part 3 of this build of the LaserPro S10 watt. Hello guys. So here I am. Looks a bit of a mess at the moment from where I'm sitting. What's going on? So well, I've built the main structure. I've put the smooth idlers into each corner and the toothed idlers. I've built the guide bracket across the middle and the gantry that will hold the laser very soon. I've still got to build the overhead gantry which will house the camera, and what I'm actually doing right now is I'm attempting to thread the synchronous, let me see what they call it, the synchronous belt, which is no small feat, to be honest with you. It's not unlike anything I've attempted before. There was a video put out by the maker of the LaserPro, and yeah, it makes it look really easy, and I can tell you now, it absolutely is not. I've done about 50% of it so far, so I'm quite pleased with that. But I'm now at the point where I need to weave the rest of the belt. I'm getting there though. The whole thing is definitely coming together. So I'm quite pleased with that. And I've got over a few hiccups that I had with the odd bits and bobs. Oh, hello. Sorry, YouTubers. Boom. Hello. I'm actually on in two places now. I've got the Instagram running on a stream just because I can. So I'm threading the belt now, guys, and this is wow, this is proving to be an interesting challenge, as I said earlier to those that are currently logged in on Instagram. I've not really come up against anything quite like what I'm experiencing here at the moment. It's a bit of a, I think it's a relatively simple task. It just requires quite a lot of dexterity, nimble fingers, and getting around some of these idlers that sit in the corners. Wow, I mean, those of you that have got CNC machines, you must go through this regularly, right? I can't imagine that this is something new by any means, but it's the first time I've ever had to thread a belt around one of these machines, and I'll be honest, I think there's probably an art to it. There's probably some tools that I'm missing. I don't know, but we're gonna get there tonight, guys. We're gonna get there tonight. We're definitely gonna get there tonight, because I'm not too far away. I feel like I'm pretty close now. Just need to make sure that I don't twist the belt in the process of getting it through. So right, so this one needs to go through this idler, smooth idler here, and guide rail, so it goes around there. So I pull that through. I'm trying also not to get any grease or any kind of lubricant onto the belt, if I can at all help it. Right, these are the ones I find particularly tricky now that I'm just about to come up to having to get this around the toothed idler that sits in here. Now this one's not actually so bad because this one has well, this one is quite bad actually. How am I going to get that? How am I going to pull that through from there? There's got to be an art to this. Oh, maybe I've just found it. Maybe I've just found it. So that goes down there like that. Wow, guys, this is just painful, right? So that goes through there like that. Now, how do I get this? I think I need to move this gantry out for a minute. Just pull that up. Right, so somehow I need to get this through here. Oh my god, it's painful. Probably painful to watch, as you're all shouting at me, no doubt, down the line. Do it like this. But somehow I've got to get this little belt through here and round and inside, and this is completely enclosed as far as I can see. So the only way I can think to do it is to poke it down. I'll poke it down, I can pull it through, and then I can thread it back. If I thread it back up, oh, maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's the trick. Ah ha ha. Okay. Okay. Maybe I hit upon something there. Guys, this is yeah. Right, now this needs to go back around here, right? So somehow I've got to get that. Jesus. Right. That has to go through here somehow. How do I get that? How do I get that through there? Oh, there we go. Wow. Wow. Okay. Come on. Drop down. Okay. Right. I think I'm threaded. I just got to make sure they're all sat on the right place. That looks threaded. That looks threaded. Okay. So now I can't let go of this end, otherwise if I let go of this end it's going to go back round everything and spring back. Let's just thread a little bit more. I need this to join up at this point. Right, so okay, right, trust to luck. Trust yourself to luck. So right, so right now, let's see if I can get you on a close-up. Right now, I have to, this here is where the two belts join together underneath here. So I now need to cross those over somehow and get them attached. I actually think I've probably made a mistake, but it's difficult. It's difficult for me to work that out right now. Because let's have a look. That should go on there like that. Right, might be time for Might be time for another watch of the video, so we can watch it together. Let's watch it together. Whoa. I'll have to change the password on this iPad after this, no doubt. Right, let's have a look. So, it's as easy as this, guys. Look. You see how easy that is? I've been swearing at this video. Oh, it's easy, isn't it? Look at that. You just thread it through. It curls itself round, that toothed one and this one. Look, it just curls itself around, comes out the other side. What's to get upset about? Nothing. Oh, I see. Thread it through, thread it back through on itself, and then the teeth engage. Ah, right, okay. Let's have a look then. It goes that way. So need some extra width. Is that about right? I'll stick that in there. Right, so wow. Come on, guys. Can someone tell me this is how it always is? Go on, someone tell me. Someone tell me, yeah, don't worry, Adam, this is how it always is. This is how it always is. It's always this much of a pain in the backside. Stuart, mate, I'm doing this with an audience so that if I get stuck, then I'm hoping at least Tommy's here. Who else have I got? Richard's got a laser. Who else has got one? Jesus. Right. So somehow I've got a special little gadget here called a belt clamp. Right. So we're gonna give the old belt clamp. Oh look, I messed up YouTube. That messed up Instagram. Right. So let's see if I can put some light on the subject for you. We've got every available light source going at the moment, guys, so you can to help you try and see what's going on. Because so yeah, so look, that thing's a little bit of serrated metal that obviously clamps into the teeth. And hey, that focused quite nice close up, didn't it? Right. So let's stick these in. Everything's an M3 nut. I'll be honest, I've ruined a couple of these nuts, so I'm having to invest probably in some new ones on Amazon tomorrow. Tell you what, it would help if I had smaller fingers. I know that, just to get some of these threads started, because boy oh boy. Okay, right. So I think. Hey Tommy, question. Oh Tommy, yeah, you're right. You're not wrong, mate. I think. Right. So, how tight should the belt be, do you think, on these things? Have you any working insight to offer? So I'm going to tighten up one side and see. Read my comments above. When you are tensioning, a slightly slack belt is better than a brum tight belt. Yeah, good mate, good, good. Slightly slack. Well, I think I'm probably right. I think I'm probably right then. Good advice. Right. Well, it feels slightly stiff. So the stepper motors are still got some give in them. So I can still shift the stepper motor a bit to tighten it on that end. I'll tell you one thing, it's bloody heavy, and I can still shift this this stepper motor slightly over here as well. So I don't think I'm in a bad place. Right, what's the next piece? Stepper motor adjuster screws. Right, what are the stepper motor? Install M3 gasket ×4, M330 roundhead screw underneath, open loop synchronous belt, I've done that, belt clamp, I've done that, belt tensioner, M5 14 into stepper motors. What have we got here? M5 14s, excellent. So something that a few people have been complaining, there's only been about 20 of these shipped so far globally. Few people have been complaining that the threading on the pre-threads on some of the castings are not very good, but I've not found that on this one. I found it to be excellent, and all the threading has been great. I'm suspicious though that some of the threading problems might have been from something I was experiencing initially, because I was trying to put the wrong size screws in the wrong size hole, and you know, I've been trying to teach my son how to put round pegs in round holes. Yeah, I should have been listening to my own advice, because funnily enough, an M5 screw doesn't really fit in an M4 hole very well, right? So luckily I bailed out of a couple of those before it became an issue. Right, what's the next step? So that's the tensioning nut that I've just installed here. My finger's a bit bright now. That's the tensioning nut there and here, and the belt now starts here. Let's see if I can take you on a run. The belt, let's move this little window. Bye. Right, the belt starts here and it goes down to this gantry, along down to this stepper motor, round all the way down the back, down to this corner, up to the gantry, across all the way across to the gantry, comes down here, around this tooth belt, all the way back across to this stepper motor. It comes round here, it comes round, comes down, and then starts again at the end. So yeah, so right, I'm going to read some comments just in case I've made a fatal error. I've got a whole computer to put into this at some point, and a couple of micro switches to fit, but seems okay. Right, so I need to kind of feel like I want to count the number of turns I'm going to put on the belt, and I'm wondering if I can do that, if I get the right size. Do I have the right size in here? Excuse me guys while I just talk to myself for a minute. I'll be honest though, I'll be quite honest, Tommy, on this one. I don't feel like it's too bad, to be honest. Right, I know what I'm going to do. I am going to, with a little bit of black Sharpie, I'm going to mark the top position on this nut, and I'm going to mark the top position on this nut. And then as I turn it around, I can go 1, 2. Right, good. Right, let's. I don't know. I'm sure there must be some method in my madness. But let's see. Might fit in there. That's too big. That one looks like the bad boy. So. Right. 1. 2. Ah, Stuart. Oh, Gavin. You are the man. Right, I'm with you. Let's do that. See, I'm such an amateur. It's a good job you lot are here. So I think I'm going to measure it by the length of that over the other side. So let's do that. Let's find something with a gap that matches. So how tight should it be then, Tommy? Do you reckon? Should it be taut? Relatively taut? Feels like there's a decent pressure. When I pull it, feels like there's a little bit of a twang. No what? So it's easy to. How can I? Is there any way I can show? How do you show tension on a belt? A little slack, if anything. Well, there's movement. If I turn it this way round, let me turn it this way round. Right. Now, kind of need an overhead, don't I? Let me see if I can get you an overhead. Right, Tommy. Check out these belts for me and give me your view. So watch this one. Does that look like there's a reason? I'm not really moving. There's not a lot of force there. What do you think? Does that look okay? Yeah, cool. Thanks, mate. Glad you're all here. Right. Just going to tighten up the stepper motors now. It's precarious, isn't it? As I say, unfortunately, a couple of these flathead M30 bolt, M3 bolts have seen better days. I'll be honest. So let's I'm gonna deal with that tomorrow. I'm gonna order some new ones. Oh, that's too big. And they sent quite poor quality from my perspective, from what I can tell. Quite poor quality screws. Sorry, quite poor quality Allen keys, which are not really sharp enough to hold the screw, and have, under a bit of force, have actually ruined themselves. Also, my naivety too, I'm sure, has a lot to say. So these screws are what tighten up the stepper motor, and stop the stepper motors from going walkabout now that I've tensioned them. Okay, I think that's good. These all feel quite solid now, no movement. Right. What's next? I think now the bad boy element comes out. I think I get the laser out for the first time. I'm just gonna have a quick recap. I can probably stop it auto focusing. 2 secs. As long as we're in a decent range of focus, let me stop that. Is that in focus or out of focus now? Difficult for me to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's see. So I've done the belts. done the tensioning. They don't give you a hard copy manual or any documentation. This video is all I've got to go on for the build. But to be fair, it's not the worst quality video I've ever come across. Right, here we go. Bad boy laser time. M510 flathead screw. M510. M510 flathead. Death Star moment. Let's get this back down again because we don't need to be in the overhead view. Here we are. This is the laser with the autofocus bit on the bottom, stepper motor and y-axis. Yeah, there we go. So got a very sneaky little switch there. So I believe this goes like so. Now how are you supposed to get that? How am I supposed to get that over? Wow, this is something. I need to watch the I definitely need to. Well, that camera's doing it now. Let's stop that auto focusing as well. If I can. I'm going to focus on one. So. Need to watch this video again. It's very tight. Sorry guys, I imagine this isn't the most exciting thing to watch, but this is the business end, so I do need to make sure that I don't. Wow. Interesting. Not the most obvious. Whew. Wow. Now that's interesting. So I've got a micro switch here, and that micro switch The micro switch is getting triggered by this overhang of belt here. Oh dear. Now I didn't want to have to cut this belt, but I think I'm going to have to. I've just felt that, and I need to tighten that up quite a lot more. So, but interesting, the belt clamp was nowhere near tight enough. It was holding. Strictly, mate. Strictly. Oh my god. Well, anytime I can help, mate, as always. Oh, look at that. Tell you what, guys, that belt clamp was nowhere near tight, and I'm now feeling the belts again and thinking I made a faux pas because these are all super slack again. So so I'm going to need to retension these again. That's a pain. Sorry about this, guys, but I'm gonna have to get the laser out again. Put me back. Oh. Sorry, guys. Okay. Good. Bit of a rescue there. Bit of a rescue there, but I don't want to be getting caught out. I did wonder whether I should be putting thread lock on any of these bolts, but definitely need to order some new ones of these. I'm not convinced. Right. Back to square one. Let's just check the belt. Right, it seems okay. So I think I'm going to have to cut this. If anyone screams, someone might want to scream quick. But I think a razor blade's probably. I think I'll get some scissors. That's rubbish. Yep. To that point, when you realise you've been cutting through the bottom side of the belt, and not the bit you wanted to cut through, that I cry, the screen goes off, and we all have a giggle. Whew. Right. I do wonder if this is a bit tight, but we shall see. If it is, then I'll be loosening it off tomorrow. Right, here we go. Try again. With the tricky procedure. Good, the micro stitch is clear. all getting quite exciting for me now. Whoop. Oh dear. Yeah, beer could definitely work, but it's one of those times where you kind of feel beer probably is counterintuitive to the objective somewhat. So it's no good. This one fit. Or do I need a bit? Well, it's starting to look like a laser. That's something. And the funny reason that it's starting to look like a laser is because it's now got a laser on it. Yep. Okay. I'm assuming that the stepper motors have a little bit of resistance in them, which is why it feels a little bit sluggish. But, right, let's see where we go next. Let's see where we go next. Oh. Let's get back in the saddle. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Come on. Right. We've done that, we've done that. Threaded the belt. Fitted the laser. Screwed up the screws. 4 screws. Did them a little bit tighter than that. Ah, now I have to build the okay. M630s. What were those other? What were the other screws then? These ones. Sorry guys, just need to keep reviewing the M630 flathead. Right. Oh, I need to find somewhere to land this for a minute. M630 flatheads. So just for you, Tommy, look at that beautiful, well, beautifully finished burr on the inside. Beautiful. And on that end, on the other end is not far off the same. The top end's relatively clear. Loose threaded on both ends, they do seem to be. Okay. To be fair, Tommy, on those kind of bits that you don't see, I can kind of live with it. And you know, as long as you're savvy enough to know that you don't let's have a look here. Just give it a little nip. Move it a little nip together. Alright, that's the overhead. The overhead gantry. Now we'll find out what the precision's like. Well, the tolerances look alright. The tolerances seem okay so far. They went in without too much messing around. Tight. Okay, so that's tight. That's tight. Let's do the top now. Tight. Yeah, and the I don't know what it is. The anodizing on the aluminium or the paint is pretty good on this. I've not really scratched or chipped or anything yet, so quite pleased with that. Right, next steps. So camera gantry built. Right, we've tightened up the nuts. Excellent. What's next? Yeah, I've attached it to the frame. Probably should have read the instruction on that first. See, they seem to have gaskets there. I don't have any more gaskets or washers. Okay. So M530 flathead screws. M530s. M5. M345s. M3s. What are these then? Well, these are the two screws left over, and I thought they'd given me spares, but obviously they haven't given me spares. They've just given me exactly the right amount of everything, which I kind of feel a bit aggrieved by. Right, let's just get this up here like this so you can see what I'm up to. Alright, so here we go. This is what was quite special. This is what was quite special about this at the price point, is that it has a camera, and this camera can be used for all sorts of things. I don't need to undo that, I don't think. Just let me wind that back up. Right, now I have to work out which side does the camera go on. The camera goes... Is it going that way? Yeah. I think it goes that way. Is it going that way? So that's the... Where's the stepper motor? Yeah, okay. So... Oof. Sorry guys, I've got to attack this at the side that it makes the most sense. Alright, so... Yeah. My table's not quite big enough. Get off that. Perfect. Right. So... It suggested it went that way. Well, we said that about 3D printing videos, didn't we? That didn't really happen, did it? Didn't really happen. But those don't look like they fit to me. I don't think I've got the right size screws for these. What's that? M38. That's very good looking. Right, see that goes through fine that way. I think this is one of the ones that's got the threading issue. Let's just see. Wow, I think I'm tapping the thread on this one as I'm driving the screw in. But it is going through, so there's yeah. If you look at what just happened, I've just had to put the screw in before I did it, and it's taken the paint off. So this one's a little bit too tight for comfort, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I'm just going to move that out of the way. Some of this one. Yeah, they're a little bit tight for comfort, but still. That's interesting. Video shows something a little bit different to what I believe is going to happen here when I. So I'm hoping I haven't used the wrong bar somewhere else. Everything seems to be just about right. Well, guys, I'm hoping that this can cut right, and I'm hoping it can cut 5mm ply at least. I'm hoping it'll, worst case, we'll just engrave onto bowls. But if it does, now then, is that straight or is that straight? What do I want there? Oh. Well, a couple of moments there where I thought, ooh, that doesn't look right, but this camera seems to go in all right. Okay, so we're getting closer. I've now got a camera. If I can grab that image where it is there. I think I've also got focus. So let's just grab that off. Cool. So nearly there, guys. Well, it feels like I'm nearly there. Ooh. Getting the CPU out in a second. Right, so camera goes on. Interesting. Interesting. That doesn't quite look like it did there. Then these ends are open. So they lay the cable along there. And then it goes, oh, okay. So, right. Okay, so it's all getting a bit funky now. Worst thing I have about this is I'm used to cabling everything up and testing it before before I put all the covers on, and they've got me putting all the covers on. Yeah, the boxing in for the wires to the gantry and all that kind of stuff. So that goes in there like that, and it drops down. Drops down there like that. So it feels like we're getting there. Cable ties, a few other bits and bobs. Let's have a look. So, here, that's not enough. I feel like I'm polishing it before it's ready, but I'm going to do it in the order that I'm going to do it in their order. So let's do that. That's nice. Cable. So, cable. Let's do that. Give the cable a little cover treatment. The decoration in, does it? Right, so I'm going to cut that down to here. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get you into target zone because we've got some interesting gear coming out in a minute, I think. Only half past 10. Right, I think I'll sign off on the old Instagram. So if anyone who's still watching on there, I'm on YouTube, like Woodturning, if you want to join in the search again. Right, let's get my history back up again. And now I guess, interesting. 11-minute build. So yes. Right, so now at the point of done the camera. The camera on USB cable. Right. So just static to my hand. There she is. Well, yeah, I guess I've got no idea. No idea how I might go about that business. So, this bit feels different. Okay, so this all looks easier on the page as well. That says Z. That was it. Right, let's see what I do. Right, cool. So it was XLZ. So Z over here. 1, 2. Let's see my little twist. Okay, so L. Let's find L. X. P. L. There's the target now. Labels. These are the this one's Z. What's under it? That's it. The next one is U. X, F. Okay. Okay, name's on it. That's it. And this last one. It's a bit different. One has a short cable in this. Which is a bit down. Let's see. It's a bit down. Shape. I want to use a cable type in this box to sort the picture out at the time. But yeah, I'm in. But no, no. Okay. So, I don't think you can, because there's no method to do it online, so there probably is a way for me to do it, Tommy. But not necessarily. I think that'd be a laser switch, so that might possible actually looking at that. Now we're diagonal. The second one actually similar to the other weapons, and the let's see what I do. There's one motor now, the wall. Step signal. Now laser switch. This is the anti isolation, it was something going too far. Now, this is the other side, I'm right here. Let's go with that. Tiny little route. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think the cool way to do this. I'm glad that those hold here, because I don't know the thing. Something is different. You can't press it here. Obviously, the latest than the wires that I have here. So yes, I've done that. I don't know if I might have. Good. Even more.